Okay, this one has two names. We either call it the swing the bucket of water or swing the cup of water on a tray. You can see they're getting warmed up in the back. So first, let's just look at this. If you get this bucket of water going, just to show you there is water in here. All right, there's definitely water in here. You can get this thing swinging. And of course, the famous question is, why doesn't the water fall out? Now you can do this with free body diagrams, which is what we would discuss in class. The part most people are worried about is at the top of the swing. Why doesn't the water fall down? And in fact, it's surprising. Obviously weight is pulling it down, but the floor of the bucket, the bottom of the bucket, is also pushing the water down. And the key here is, an object in motion tends to stay in motion in a straight line unless acted upon by an external force. At the very top, the water is trying to move basically this way. Now, we know that a second later, it's going to be moving this way. So there must be a force. All right, so again, just before it reaches the top, it's going slightly upwards. Just after the top, it's going slightly downwards. There must have been a force towards the center. So there's a force towards the center, and we feel this fictitious force. When you're driving around a corner, you feel you're pushed to the outside of the car. But no, that's not what's happening. You're trying to go in a straight line, and the car is pushing you to go in the circle. All right, and the same thing is happening here. So when we get this thing going, the faster you swing it, the more you have to pull on it, the more tension is in your arm. So the faster you swing this, the more force you need to turn the water in a circle. And gravity's not enough to do it, so therefore it has to be pushed also by the bucket. That's why it's not falling out. It's still in contact with the bucket. Now if you go too slow, you can see that if you go too slow, the water will start to fall out. Whoa! So if you go too slow, this doesn't work. All right, so let's show the variation that kids can do. Guys, come up and get a cup full of water out of here. Okay, so usually we do this with styrofoam cups. Just a minute ago I broke the glass beaker. It's a lot cooler, but it's not going to last with 1,500 kids. So go ahead, get that started and give it a swing. And try not to hit me. And you can notice they could take all these crazy shapes, swing it around. They can go quite vigorously. But Sam number one, give us a wave there, Sam number one. Oh, Sam number one did this a little better than Sam number two. It's a little bit tricky to stop. Oh. So the hard part is when you stop moving it. It's very easy to keep this thing going once you get it started because it wants to stay in place. And you might be saying, how come the cup doesn't slide? Well, as you spin it faster and faster, the tray has to push on the cup more and more to keep the cup from going out of the circle. And in that sense, there they go. As you increase the normal force, you're going to increase the possible maximum value of friction that you can create. Now this is pretty fun, and you can let kids play with this all night. That's the bucket of water swinging in a circle or the cup of water on a tray.